going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here in the Odd Shopper channel, coming to you with a MLB and NBA edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell goes a long way for me on this video, goes a long way for you. That way you become a prize whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. Had some really close calls. Obviously got Hunter Goodwin through, so that was Goodman should know his name. That's useful. But Hunter Goodman ended up salvaging some of that Philly and Colorado-ness. Again, a lot of people just going nuts down in the comment section below. They were very, very live, up 1-0 through 6. And then, well, Kyle Schwarber happened, and that's all she wrote. You got the double home runs there with Max Kepler, rip my Minnesota Twins, and Nick Castellanos there for the Phillies. And obviously that solidified that. But we're heading to the evening window, and boy, I got some long shot home runs that I ended up throwing out there. Elias Diaz, one-time dealer, posted over on X 20 minutes before first pitch there, just for you. But that's about to get to first pitch. So I want to get out of here, give you the picks, give you the analysis, give you everything you need to know on this 13-game MLB slate. And then, of course, we're going to cover 7 NBA games, 2 plays that I have from that one as well. It's going to be good times. So without further ado, producer Jacob, hi, hello. Let's get to the picks. We start in the lean department, and that is how we are doing things going forward here on MLB, purely because I don't want you to just have to listen to me go over and over and over on plays that aren't actually plays. Plus, I want it to be very clean for you, very easy for you to keep track. These can get upgraded. You can ask me on X at Eric Lindquist. Happy to let you know. If you're in the premium Discord, I'll do it for you because I'm tracking these odds nonstop. So I'm going to try to give you all of my notes I have. First off, Kadai Senga Genesis back on the mound for the New York Mets, taking on the Marlins. And, well, wouldn't you know it, you got another pretty good pitcher in Sandy Alcantara, who looked awesome. Under 4.5 hits, under 3.5 hits, cashed both of those there on his first outing through. He looked great. He looked electric, boogie, woogie, woogie. And yeah, that's under 7.5, but it's a little juice heavy at the moment, so I want to get away from it until we take a look tomorrow. I doubt, though, it gets a lot better. De La Cruz stolen base. He just went nutties. Double home run, had the stolen base there right off the bat after a single in the first inning for him. Plus 160, plus 170. It's weird to see these short of numbers, but remember, the change in rules, I mean, Acuna 2 years ago was just breaking the code on that. De La Cruz isn't far behind. I think if he's going to be getting on base, and, well, Texas got rocked, absolutely rocked, since he went completely nuts on him there here in this spot. And, well, next time around, we still have some of these starters. Spears is not very good. Not very good at all, Carson Spears. But Nathan Eovaldi, don't want to go crazy trying to target him here, but I'm curious where that number opens. I bet it's higher. I bet it's plus 200 or so. De La Cruz, one-time dealer? Fingers crossed. I don't know. He just nuked today, so that was written before he hit 2 home runs. Anyway, Pittsburgh and Tampa up next here. We are going to Steinbrenner Field for Shane Baz. We are still waiting for opening odds because we don't know who Pittsburgh's going to throw out there. I want Bubba Chandler. Call him up from AAA. It's too early in the season. They won't do it. There's protection. April Fools to me. Anyway, I hate today. Anyway, April 1st is so stupid. We got the Twins. We have the Sox. Oh, speak of the devil. Good job, Minnesota. Nothing like betting Carlos Correa over 1.5 total bags there. Plus 145. Got a broken number. Closes at plus 125 on FanDuel. And you know what? It's one at bat before getting pulled out of the game because we were down 9-0 in the third to the freaking White Sox. Anyway, Woods Richardson, not the guy that I probably want to be backing here on this back-to-back. 20.6% K rate. Does have good hard hit data, but a fly ball pitcher. Looks like wind's blowing out again in Chicago, even though it's cold. And Shane Smith, no data on him. AAA numbers aren't all that impressive. We'll see what he looks like his first time around and maybe invest a little bit later, but there will be a buy-in against the White Sox on the run line very, very soon somewhere. The Angels and St. Louis up next, and this one's a little bit strange to me. We got Kyle Hendricks and Mr. Liberatore. Liberator's terrible, Matthew Liberatore. 251 expected batting average last year, 415 expected slugging, but Kyle Hendricks, he does a good job of reducing that hard hit, but 276 expected batting average can really come and bite you. Plus these Angels, man. These Angels. I'm trying, man. I'm really trying to make this a thing here going up against St. Louis. They're down 3-2 in the top of the 7th. Haven't looked since that occurred. So fingers crossed when I get back that they've got that half unit across for me. The Giants in Houston here. This one's very, very interesting. And I think more so from a prop perspective on these pitchers. We got Hayden Wesneski and Logan Webb. Logan Webb, first outing, targeted him pretty efficiently at times. 22.7% K rate. Again, it's just 14 batted ball events. not very many swing and miss coming your way from Logan Webb. He'll have random spikes to the old arsenal from time to time, but Hayden Wesneski's pretty good. Coming from the Cubs over to Houston, 427 expected slugging, 233 expected batting average. One of those is good, one of those is bad. I'll let you decide. And then a 9.3% barrel percentage. It's helpful that he's a righty with pull tendencies there, going to a longer right field out there in Minute Maid, but Crawford boxes Oppo Taco season. Don't really see that here with the San Francisco side. So Houston money line's a lean, but tell you what, props for both pitchers. I have a couple that I'm locking in on. Speaking of locking, Lockridge. Oh, Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. I've been waiting for an opportunity. Not crazy amount of bat speed, sitting around 71.5 miles per hour here over a very, very limited sample size. He has one homer in his big league career. He had like 8 at-bats last year. We're not going to even pay attention to that, but I think he's going to be an everyday guy against lefties, and Logan Allen is horrible for Cleveland. He is not a very good pitcher whatsoever. Shout out to his family. I apologize if you're watching this video. Don't send gifts. Don't send hate mail. It's fine. 496 expected slugging, 11.4% barrel percentage. And I think it's very sneaky. San Diego, Petco Park played very small last year from a home run perspective. Partially, I don't really know what to tell you. It was very strange to me. And Detroit, Seattle rounding it out here. Run line, we're looking at Logan Gilbert. He is a pitcher that I generally don't like to back here, but on a run line, even in this pitcher's park, I think Casey Mize is the kind of guy I'm willing to bet against. 286 expected batting average, 44.6% hard hit. He has a four-seamer slider split that really aren't appealing offerings whatsoever. He was supposed to be the it child once upon a time, the number 1 pick in the 2018 draft, and it has not come to fruition for him at the big league level. He's had moments, but normally those moments have been bad. So without further ado, let's get to some actual plays. Boom! Tough actin' Tenactin. But first, Portfolio EV 7-day free trial. Head to the comment section below. You've got a beautiful, beautiful 7-day free trial waiting in the wings for you. If you don't know what Portfolio EV is, it is the market-based betting tool, and that is our especial here at OddsShopper. We have put so many resources, so much time into backing the data, into having historical ROIs on all of our props, whether that is strikeout props, all of the run lines. We are back testing everything, and it will not be a forward-facing market unless it is testing out for profit. The NBA tools have been smashing. If you go to X and you Google Portfolio EV, you just put it up in the search bar, wait until you see what comes up, because they are beautiful screenshots of the old pick and land, all the track bets, all the good things that we are doing here at OddsShopper for you day in, day out. Even here on the Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks, as we have recap bets for you every single Sunday night. But 7-day free trial down at the link below for Portfolio EV. Alrighty, I'm going to slow it down now. We're going to cover some MLB bets, some likes, starting right meow. Not going to lie, I kind of cringed when I said meow just now. Arizona taking on the Yankees, and I got to say, torpedo bats, torpedo bats, torpedo bats. Everybody just wants to talk about the torpedo bats. Nobody cares about the batter. Nobody cares about who's swinging it. Oh, you know, we put the bat on the one side and then on the... I don't know what to make of it. All I know is that everybody else has these rules. Everybody else could play with a torpedo bat tomorrow if they wanted to. And I didn't see a lot of phone calls coming in to just, I don't know. It makes sense. Put the wood where you hit the ball. You play to win the game. Duh. I don't know how Herm Edwards made it into this, but I will say 8.5 total. Even money right now. This is what you can do if you think that is an actual thing. You can dip your toes into the old far end of the pond here against Corbin frickin' Burns right from the get-go. He was the huge acquisition. Obviously, we saw him do some damn things here recently. 31.6% hard hit, 284 xWOBA. He is just elite, elite, elite. In fact, Greg Ehrenberg over in the Lindy and Friends Discord has made a pretty penty on him back 2021 when he won the NL Cy Young for the Milwaukee Brewers against everybody else in the National League. He was ridiculous. And Will Warren, much is expected of him this time around, but last year, 50.7% hard hit. Yeah, the strikeout stuff looked good, 26.4%, but 427 expected slugging, 327 xWOBA. We'll see how it pans out for him here. Four-seamer change sinker, very straightforward. If the sinker's sinking, he's in good shape, but I think you just kind of take overs here as we get going. I think it has more to do with the wind blowing out in Yankee Stadium early on. A little bit of a funnel effect, obviously, 9 to 10 miles per hour here. I'm seeing at first pitch blowing out towards right field. doesn't hurt anything. It's the shortest porches, period. We had multiple homers that were only homers in Yankee Stadium, pointing out that Austin Wells bomb. Jazz Chisholm, he had some no-doubters. Aaron Judge hit only no-doubters, but there was some riff-raff in between there, too, that was mainly due to Yankee Stadium. And I think Will Warren of Arizona, they don't have torpedo bats, and yet 8.5. I think we just take a small play. Let's accumulate sample size. I don't mean to make fun of it that much, but it's kind of funny. Let's be to a team. Ooh, are they going to use torpedo bats? Anyway, we got Trevor Williams on the mound going up against Jose Berrios. And if Jose Berrios is on the mound, you know I am interested in targeting runs. And in fact, I'm actually backing Trevor Williams here. It's a little strange to me, and I don't think this is sustainable. 277 xWOBA last year. That's elite beyond elite. That's bright red on the old baseball savant. You also have a whip percentage that's a little too low for my liking. And yeah, there's lots of lefties that can cause him some havoc here. You're going to also get the righties. I mean, Vlad Guerrero Jr., Bo Bichette. I mean, hello. But, you know, speaking of locks, we got Nathan Lukes. DHing, he's a lefty. He can cause problems. Andres Jimenez, apparently he's a power hitter now. And Anthony Santander, not off to a great start in Toronto, but everybody else seems to be. So I think they'll be okay. Anyway, Trevor Williams, we're going to back against Berrios, who, well, he helped us cash tickets opening time for him around the opening day. And this is his second time through. This is kind of the spot where we run into, you got 5 starters for some teams, 6 starters for others. We'll see how they kind of construct things going forward, trying to catch certain teams off balance. But he gave up 6 runs opening day, 9 hits, 2 walks, 5 innings of work. Jose Berrios, let's party. Give me the Washington Nationals. Almost looked at first 5, and then I just decided, you know what? I like the money line a little bit better. Plus 135, getting paid a little bit better than the plus 120, plus 115 on Trevor Williams there. I'm willing to risk it for the biscuit. Kansas City taking on Milwaukee. Sorry, my nose itched. And Kansas City made it a no-doubter for us right off the bat. Thought we were going to have a really good card once Kansas City put up infinity runs in the early going. I just didn't agree with that line whatsoever, and that came to fruition. We'll see how the evening window goes, because the afternoon got some across. We got some across. It took an injury, actually, for a pitcher to go on an under for us finally. Thank you, Michael Soroka. But again, I hope he's okay, because you don't ever cheer for that kind of shit. But I do like the under of 8.5 here. I'm kind of confused. I mean, part of it is the roof in Milwaukee. The roof is not on fire, but it's more than likely open. So we're going to have to pay attention to that perspective of it. But we've got an interesting kind of construction here with Lorenzen and Patrick and Lorenzen. But Michael Lorenzen, they will turn it over quick if he does not have it going quickly for them. And then Chad Patrick on the other side. Yeah, we know nothing about him other than, you know, what we have in some minor league data. He's 26 years old. Overall went through his pitch arsenal when you're looking at some of those, spring training numbers. And he looked okay during the course of it, even though it didn't come to fruition. 6.75 ERA, 2.25 whip. Not pretty. But again, I think that turns over to bullpens sooner rather than later. I will take the under. We'll take the under for sure. Under 8.5. Early going MLB, these last starters, yeah, they're not good, but again, Michael Lorenzen's better than some number 5, number 6 starters. And you turn it over to a decent bullpen. Milwaukee, they've utilized 0 of their important bullpen arms because they got blasted on Monday. So under 8.5, I like it. 2 more plays. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, just from baseball, and then we'll turn it over to NBA, of course. But we got ourselves the Cubbies and the Athletics, the Sacramento Athletics, if you will. They start in 10 minutes. So we got to wait a quick second to figure out more about them. We could check in on some of the other late night games. Oh, we're not going to do that because my sheet is taking priority. Computer's using all the energy. I like the over yet again. I think this is going to be a ballpark that continues to not play small by any means, but in terms of the PCL, went through a bunch of the data again today in anticipation of this game. Thought I would end up on Kyle Tucker. Ended up on Tyler Soderstrom and Lawrence Butler home run plays and an Elias Diaz play. We'll talk about. Are we going to Cleveland, San Diego? Yeah, we talked about Lockridge there a second ago. Again, look through his bat speed, but I didn't end up on the Kyle Tucker. Ended up a little bit short. Saw some people betting that one down. Again, sharp people. My guy, Matt Modi, here in Tails as well on Odd Chopper. Check him out. Another friend of mine from the Kyle Kerms network. Good stuff indeed. But I like the over yet again. It's a little juice heavy at minus 115, but 9.6 runs on average in the PCL. It's actually the PCL, the Pacific Coast League in AAA, that gives up and yields the fewest amount of runs, but there's a lot of space in the gaps. There's pretty short fences to the left pole, the right pole, but again, it's not way above sea level like Reno and Albuquerque and some of these other PCL parks that are on steroids and make it really hard to analyze pitchers as they come to places like Arizona and San Diego, so on and so forth. No, this one's a little bit more doable, but I like the over of 8 right from the get-go. I think it's straightforward when you start talking about some of these pitchers, and I know that the graphic's been up there forever. I apologize, producer Jacob. I'll learn it spacing these things out again. But Justin Steele, 2 starts, hasn't been pretty so far for our guy, 13.8% barrel percentage. And I say our guy because he made us a lot of money last year. We didn't target him against the Dodgers. We did not target him again last time around because it went so poorly against the Dodgers. And so Luis Severino, he cashed a first 5 ticket for us. Don't really care. Over 8 IC runs in our future. And the last play of the MLB slate so far, again, 5 of those, all straightforward. Props will be over on X at Eric Lindquist. Give some freebies out there. And if you head to the premium Discord, Lindy 5 gets you $5 your first week. That would be awesome to see there. Less than $1 a day to get all of the home run plays and all of the MLB props for tomorrow. Because this video, we don't have any because they don't stand out here right now. We need other books to give me lines night before. That starts to get intertwined a little bit more after this first wave of games. It'll show up here pretty early on. But anywho, guys, it's the Dodgers. It's the Dodgers at minus 122, and I understand it's one of the best pitchers in baseball in Chris Sale. It's also no Freddie Freeman going to be out there. He had an accident in the shower today and hurt his surgically repaired ankle. That is ridiculous to just say out loud, but Dustin May, I still believe that he has some of the filthiest stuff for the Dodgers, period. He throws 100. He's got overwhelming stuff. He just doesn't get the swing and miss that I expect. Only an 18.2% K rate. Is this the year? I don't know, but I'm willing to find out against a struggling Atlanta team as of right now. We'll see if they actually have any runs. Actually, do we have any runs? Nope, no runs here yet for the old Braves, but the Dodgers, money line, minus 122. Get it. Chris Sale is very, very good, but Braves, they're going to be missing Jurickson Profar, a huge piece that they were looking for, 80-game suspension for PEDs, and won't be eligible for postseason play. Not that the Braves were going to get there, in my opinion. Said that before the season started. Dodger money line, straightforward as it gets. Speaking of straightforward, how about $5 into 150 in bonus bets at Bet365? Sounds pretty darn good to me. Now, if you're in the great states of Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Illinois, Louisiana, North Carolina, come on and raise up. Take your shirt off, twist around your head, spin it like a helicopter. New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, or Virginia. Meet Virginia. 21 and over in all of those states. Well, you deposit $10 at Bet365 when you sign up at the link below. You play anything with a minimum odds of minus 500 or greater, and you will get yourself, when you bet $5 or more on that, $150 in bonus bets. So turning $10 deposit, a $5 bet into $150 in bonus bets. That's as straightforward as it gets. So if you want to support this program so I can keep giving you the best content, period, so we can attack the books like Bet365, well, head to the link below. Would love to see you there. It's only if you're 21 and over. If you have a gambling problem, please call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. To the NBA? To the NBA! Kind of what that guy looked like to me, so I thought I'd bring that up. Denny Avdija, when did he become an NBA darling who's like hugging Josh Hart like they're best friends? They didn't even play together, which is weird, but I guess they were both Portland Trailblazers once upon a time, or in Denny Avdija's case right now. Here's the thing. Denny Avdija is on an absolute heater, and you never walk away from the table when you're on a heater. The Hangover taught me that. I'm on an NBA heater, so I should probably just keep betting NBA games, huh? Got some home runs coming across now, too. Up to 4 on the season. Feels good. Again, if you go 4 for 16 in the home run department, you're going to make money. You're going to make money. We've made money. But now I got 3 more on the card for the evening. So it'd be 4 for 19. Anyway, you don't care. Let's talk Phoenix. And yeah, this is a weird one because I do think Phoenix, this is like the do or die situation. You've got, 7 games left to go. You got Milwaukee on the other side with no Dame. Obviously, Giannis is very, very good at basketball, which is why you're laying the 7 points, or you're getting the 7 points, in this scenario. But the more you run it, the more it just seems as though this Suns team is just too brutal to back. I have this closer to 5.5. It's not enough to beat the vig long term, so I'm just staying away. Say no to drugs, kids. Orlando -4. They're on a back-to-back. That's the only thing that keeps me away from betting this, because again, they have incentive to play, and San Antonio really doing a good job of limiting the minutes for their main guys. Only thing that they have left to play for, that's Stephon Castle, Rookie of the Year, which he is definitely cemented. It's written in Sharpie, friends. Chicago 5.5. Again, these are just spreads that I think are a little bit thin on this card. Would much rather go to the prop department. Didn't really end up on a lot of props. Do have one prop that's coming on in the evening window. Also had Anthony Davis under 9.5 rebounds. That was the thing that stood out to me most in those streets. We'll see how he is doing next to Daniel Gafford here. Just checking in because I know that game was at halftime. He's only got 3 rebounds at halftime. So I feel pretty sharp with that take because he's going to play next to a lot of good fives going forward. Derek Lively wasn't active for this one. He ended up out of the middle of nowhere. Minnesota taking on Denver. This one has Jamal Murray questionable, Aaron Gordon questionable. If they both sit, I would really rue the day that I wasn't on this under of 230.5. We saw unbelievable defensive tenacity from the Minnesota Timberwolves in this series last year. The big difference, friends, is what happens now that it's Dante DiVincenzo out there. And so far, no word on the suspension. If it ends up being Jalen Clark out there, Rob Dillingham for some minutes, there'd be weird times. But yeah, Naz Reid also possible suspension. They were naughty boys and fought with Ron Holland and Isaiah Stewart, who fights everybody, so that's cool. But under 230.5, I would love it if Murray and Gordon sat and we were on that, but haven't bet it yet. Going to wait and wish that it happened. Two games to break down. Let's get to the light plays in the NBA streets. Friends, it is a lot of work to put 20 games of analysis together, and this is a much better way of doing it because I want to tell you the plays that I'm interested in. Plus, if you're in the premium Discord, which Lindy 5, once again, gets you everything that I post, all of my plays, all of my MLB bets, all of my NBA bets, all my NBA props, because there are none on this program today. And on X, at Eric Lindquist, been doing the prop thread that's been very successful over there. Appreciate everybody checking that out, and it's been profitable. That's the key part. But yeah, I stared at this one for a long time. I was going to lean it, and I just decided to bet it. I don't know what to tell you. It's the Knicks going up against a Philly team, and let me just tell you how they are doing everything they possibly can to try to throw off the scent of the NBA here. They do have Quentin Grimes and Yabu Sealy off the injury report, but that doesn't mean a whole hell of a lot if you're going to play them muted minutes. Now, Grimes has not seen the muted minutes, and I'm sure against his former Knicks team in the Garden, he's going to be a willing participant in the shooting department for however many minutes he is out there. But this is a very, very, very good spot if you're the New York Knicks. Obviously, that's why you're 14-point favorites. But Delon Wright playing really good ball defensively, and then adding some stuff on the offensive end. He's been above 0 in my projection. Again, I did not see a positive offensive rating coming his direction, and yet that is what we're getting. Mikal Bridges finally getting over some of those shooting yips he had early in the season and finding really nice form alongside OG Anunoby and Josh Hart and Cat and the normal suspects that we've got there. Obviously, no campaign in the membrane or Miles McBride. Jalen Brunson, he's pretty good at basketball, but it seems as though they're just going to sit him here as they have basically played themselves into the 3 seed. They're going to be close here as we finish it out, but I'm laying 14 points, and I can't believe that I am because, well, I don't know. Here's the problem. I'm 5-0 on my last 5 bets, minus 13 or greater. Now, that doesn't mean jack diddly squat because every single thing is its own independent one, but I'm trusting my modeling here right now. I've got this closer to 16.5, and as such, I decided to play it against my better judgment. So here you go. We are going to the Knicks side, minus 14. And to round out our program, we've got ourselves, and by the way, Golden State, a lot to play for. Memphis, a lot to play for. In fact, 5 and 6 in the West as of right now. We've got ourselves Boston just put the schmacking down. Cash that ticket against Memphis. What did we get here? Oh, we got the Clippers money line across too. Cash that ticket. So another good streak of NBA here. We'll see if we can round it all together. Like, do you like my sweater? Miami, Washington. Oh, cool. 3-0 sweep. Just look caught up. 3-0 sweep again in the NBA streets. Ho hum. Ha. See if anybody even cares in the premium Discord. It's all about baseball right now, and that's just fine by me. It's just fine by me. But we can get money. Golden State minus 2.5 here. Look at this, friends. It's Memphis on a back-to-back, coming off of utter disappointment and failure. Failure. It's from Step Brothers. You guys want to go do karate in the garage? Golden State, -2.5. Just keep riding the wave. This NBA streak is just ridiculous. 3-0 sweep again. Let's leave. And that does it for another edition of MLB and NBA Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Head to the comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays that exist on the board. I'm going to get out of here because that's a 25-minute video for the people. That's about all that, I got in me here today. 20 games in the books. We'll be back on Wednesday yet again. Producer Jacob is the absolute man. Thank you so much. I'm going to miss you so much when you go to Europe next week. What are we even going to do? What are we even going to do? You're going to sign up at Bet365. You're going to sign up Lindy 5. Again, $10 for Bet365. $5 here for Lindy 5. You only have to bet 5 at Bet365. You can have a whole week of the Discord. Lots of bonus bets to utilize. Love to see you guys there. Sign up down below. I know a lot of you have taken advantage of that and are enjoying your time there. Let's keep cashing tickets, friends. Until next time, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the MLB and NBA streets on Tuesday.